Hi, I'd like to talk about this leadership competency called stakeholder management. If you've been involved in any aspect of leader development, coaching, and executive education, I'm sure you would be familiar with the fact that stakeholder management is being seen as a very critical leadership competence. Now, sometimes I see that the narratives tend to somewhat simplify the whole subjective of stakeholder management as if it is something to do with just being able to project yourself well to senior people, communicate effectively, make great presentations, and so on and so forth. Actually, stakeholder management is far more deep and serious and requires some uh, good thinking about it. To do that, I must take you back to where this all started. I think all this started with the fact that the jobs in this century and beyond are being designed in ways that are very different from the way jobs were designed in the past. So, the origins of stakeholder management are actually in the way modern jobs are designed for leaders and managers. And one scholar's work in this area I'd like to refer to is Robert Simons and his landmark article in the Harvard Business Review in August 2005. He talks about the fact that in every manager and leader's job, there are four dimensions of job design: span of control, span of accountability, span of influence, and span of support. Now, the common belief is that if I'm accountable for something, I must have control over all the resources to get the work done. But that is not likely to ever happen going forward. Most organizations, in the drive towards efficiency, are saying to leaders that here are resources available that you have access to, you can share, but they are not under your span of control, which means modern jobs are designed in a way that span of control is limited, but I still have to get work done. Similarly, many of us in the area of KPIs and KRAs were trained to believe that what I'm held accountable for are fairly tangible, narrow measures of top line and profitability and efficiency and timeliness and so on. But actually, managers and leaders are held accountable for much more complex and abstract things like customer satisfaction, employee engagement, culture, capability building, transformation, environment, diversity, and so on and so forth. So, we are being held accountable for broader measures rather than narrow measures. If these are the two constructs, then it becomes necessary that for me to have the ability to fulfill what I'm accountable for, I will actually need to influence a whole host of people to achieve what I need to achieve. So therefore, my ability to fulfill my accountability depends on my ability to influence very large number of people within the system who don't necessarily need to listen to me. Similarly, if I have to get a lot of things done and my span of control is limited, but I best have access to several resources whose support I require in order to get work done, then how do I sell my ideas? How do I win their support? How do I build focus towards the larger purpose so that their propensity to support me is higher? Therefore, if modern jobs are designed in a way that the span of influence needs to be higher, the span of support needs to be more, so that with limited span of control and a broad span of accountability, I am able to deliver in a high performance job, then the critical competence to make that happen is not my functional brilliance, not my ability to wield authority over people, but my ability to manage all my stakeholders. And stakeholders starts essentially with my employees, employees of other functions, other functional leaders, members in global centers of excellence, members in other parts of the ecosystem, other resources and capabilities which are available in the world at large, members of the board, influencers, whom I need to influence or whose support I require to get work done. Therefore, when we look at stakeholder management from the perspective of a key requirement, keeping in mind the modern way in which jobs are designed, then it assumes very strategic significance. That is really my offering as far as stakeholder management is concerned.